Hey there YouTube, it's Robert again, doing another reply video, this time to a friend of mine called Pagan Ron. He asked a very interesting question: is freedom of religion really free? And like I think most people would say when they hear that, they would say, of course it is. Then I actually got to thinking about the question itself and really analyze it, and I had to change my opinion on that. And I'm going to have to say, is freedom of religion really free? Well, in a legal sense, as far as are you going to be arrested for having whatever beliefs you have? Well, of course not. You can believe whatever you want. You can believe something named Haba Jabba created the universe in half a second and it started with your birth. You can believe whatever you want and you're not going to be arrested for it. Believe it sincerely. You're not going to be legally in trouble for it as far as your belief. But in practice, no. Your freedom of religion isn't free. It comes at a price. Reason I say that is no matter what your religion is, at one point or another you're going to have to defend it. That goes for Christian, Muslim, atheism, which I know a lot of atheists won't put it as a religion, but some people would. But either way, you're going to have to defend your set of beliefs. And in a way, it's kind of sad when you think about it. And this is something I have and you see this in religion anywhere. It's something I feel sad when I see it, is every religion has their little sects within it that likes to attack others. Christians, we have it. Muslims have it. Pagans have it. I mean, you're going to find it anywhere, and it's this entire we're right, you're wrong, deal with it mentality. And it's something that I think is one of the biggest stumbling blocks religions as a whole have to face within their communities. It's kind of funny when you really think about it, that all humanity really wants is the ultimate answer. Why are we here? And people, I guess it's human nature when you come down to it, is people don't want to be wrong. Nobody likes to be wrong. So when they get into a faith, it's like wholehearted, I have to be right, this has to be right, or almost what is the purpose? My life is meaningless. And that is the saddest thing. I guess I am a little unique. I'm not even going to say unique, but me, I have no problem in Christianity saying, you know what, I could be wrong. Everything I believe could be wrong. You know what, for all we really know, Christians out there, and I'm speaking from a Christian as a Christian, you know what? The Buddhist may be right, and we may be dead wrong. I don't believe it, but you have to admit. You may not have to admit to others, but you have to admit it to yourself. You could be wrong. That's part of your faith. You believe you're right. You can't know you're right because you're not dead. This is speaking as someone who has died before, medically speaking. I didn't see any kind of great white light, angels, hell, whatever. I haven't experienced that. But it brought me an understanding of, we could be wrong. And, I hear all the time Christians talking about how we're under attack, how evolution's trying to destroy Christianity, how this is trying to destroy us, how that's trying to destroy us. You know what, though? You have to understand something. Many Christians do a lot more attacking on other religions than attack us. I see a lot of it, a lot of people that say, well, I'm being attacked, you can't believe the emails I'm getting, the horrible things they're saying. The sad thing is, it's because these people are attacking another faith. We can't play martyrs all the time. And this comes right back to freedom of religion. You're not giving them freedom of religion. A lot of Christianity and a lot of other religions, at the heart of it, don't want there to be freedom of religion. It sounds good in theory, but the problem with any theory, with any form of government, I mean, heck, you look at almost any form of government, it sounds pretty good on paper. Communism sounds really good on paper. Democracy sounds really good on paper. You know what? But the problem is, everything is run by human beings. Religion is run by human beings, and you're always going to have these people who are going to use it for their own ends and attack others and abuse it and basically have this entire mentality of I'm right, you're wrong. It's saddening. I know this is a little bit of a rambling video, but it's something I've been thinking about long and hard. And you know, the way we can make religion free, and this is to everybody out there, is admit that let other people worship as they want. You know, I hear people like revival is needed. I'm just going to use him as an example because he's a perfect example. Goes around and said, you know what, you're Catholic, you're going to hell because you don't believe as I believe. I'm specifically using Christian on Christian arguments. Because yes, revival, if you see this, I don't know if you ever will, Catholics are Christians. You know, even Roman Catholics, Eastern Orthodox, we are Christians. He's attacking other faiths because he believes they're wrong and trying to stop their actual freedom because he's forcing them to try and defend their belief. And you see it within different denominations. I've seen it within the pagan community. I've seen it within the Muslim community, Christian community. Yeah, I mean, everybody's going to have to defend their faith at one time or another. And I think what really separates people is how do you defend it? Do you say, here's what I believe, man, here's why I'm honest about it, be open about it, and let it go at that? Or do you say, no, I'm right, you're the one that's wrong, and turn around and attack the person back? You know? And not all criticism is attacks either. You know, there are some people that honestly want to know, and the people of different faiths will attack them for it, for daring to ask a very simple question. I guess this is kind of to me at myself too, because I think it's something everybody struggles with, because everybody wants to be right. Everybody does. And we all sometimes turn on the attack button in one time or another. And this is really to everyone out there. You know, when it comes down to being, what does that get us? What does attacks, fear-mongering, bullying get us anywhere? Honestly, what kind of convert are you going to have if you bully them into your religion? Even the supposed peaceful ones, I see it happening on too. The only way freedom of religion, and it's never going to happen worldwide or even nationwide because it goes against human nature, but we ourselves, me, you, on an individual people, can see that, make sure and try to practice freedom of religion in our own lives. And that starts with not trying to bully other people into believing what you say. Say, hey, I believe you're wrong, man, but we can still be friends. You know what? The way you get a true convert, a person to really believe it, is you've got to have that mutual respect for one another. You really do. Without that, it's not going to happen. Yeah, I guess freedom of religion starts with respect and tolerance. Something that I think every faith out there can really believe in. Once again, I know I rambled. I usually do. Nothing you can do about it. It's who I am. Everyone, God bless you. And you know what? Next time you feel like attacking someone, put a hold on it and share with them. Be honest with them. Be honest with yourself. We may not be able to change the world on a worldwide scale, but you know what? We can change ourselves and maybe bring some joy and peace into this world, regardless of other people's faiths. Thank you. This is Robert. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.